You stream 5 days a week. How long have
Yeah,
you
Monday to
sort of
Friday.
how long have you sort of had that commitment, sort of like stuck to that consistency?
A long time actually, probably uh 2 years, and before that I was doing 6 days a week, so probably 4 years
Hmm.
doing almost daily.
Is that was that sort of like a challenge to yourself, or was that more of like I enjoy doing this so much that I'm gonna do it this way?
Um, I just don't know what else I'd do with myself, to be honest. I think I just was was enjoying it heaps at the start, and then a little less now, but I just keep doing it.
Hmm. So that reduction in days, you'd say, was from enjoyment, or was it just giving yourself more time
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
stuff on the weekend?
I definitely don't feel like doing weekend ones now. That's for sure.
Mm. Is it less engagement? People that normally turn up don't sort of tend to turn up on the weekend, because that's what I sort of found from doing some sort of
Yes,
certain things.
it's the it's not all about the numbers, but you never get
Hmm.
as many people as well. And yeah, I don't know. I've been trying lately to sort of detox a little bit from the computer. I try not to turn my computer on at all on Saturdays,
Okay.
and then yeah, not as much on Sundays either. So
And you seem to have. I know, obviously, you're here because GeoGuessr is sort of the main part of talking to people on this, say, podcast, this sort of interview style thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
I've got going here. Uh, but you've been sort of branching out from GeoGuessr on your streams a bit more. You've sort of been playing a bit more um, Trackmania, some other sort of games, crosswords on a Friday. Certain days of the week you decide to do other things.
Yeah,
Is that because
try to have
you?
a schedule sort of thing, but
Mhm.
don't stick to it super strictly. Like today, I normally would do crosswords today, but we did just GeoGuessr, so it's whatever. Surprise for the people who show up.
Is that because was it used? Did it used to be 100% GeoGuessr on the channel, or was it? Or did you start off with sort of more first-person shooter games, as you've mentioned before?
Um, yeah. I did start playing PUBG and Escape from Tarkov,
Hmm.
which are FPS games, and then it was sort of 50% that and 50% Trackmania. And then I was watching a Trackmania streamer named Nick, simply Nick he's a Queenslander as well,
Hmm.
and as his variety day, he did Chatgesser,
Yeah.
and he had all the Trackmania nuffies in there, like 50 people playing Chatgesser. I was like, oh
Hmm.
man, this is sick. So I sort of got into that, and then started reading up on GeoGuessr, and yeah, that's where it all began.
I realize I said there that you said before, but it wasn't like here or anything. It was in a previous interview. I'll probably link that below if anyone is interested in finding out more about Dan or Aussie Golfer. Um, but to move on from that, just to clear up some confusion there potentially. You said you watched Trackmania, and I seem to remember you like the esports of that as well. Um, how deep do you go into that?
Um, I would much more stay up to watch a Trackmania tournament than I would stay up to watch a GeoGuessr tournament. So that's
Because
sort of where that is.
I remember you watching the first GeoGuessr World Cup. I think you stayed up to watch that because I remember being at the arena and seeing that you were live and hopping in.
Really? Yeah.
But you haven't done it since then, I think. Is that just because of the enjoyment of watching it?
Um, a little. um, I'm not as good now as what I used to be either. So
Hmm.
they it's like watching super AI bots do things that I could never imagine. But um, yeah, I don't know why.
So
I
you
kind of
would,
wish if I lived in Europe, I'd probably be more into it just for the time zone thing. But
yeah. So you wouldn't sit and watch a GeoGuessr stream either, or would you much prefer watch a different game?
I hardly ever watch anything on Twitch nowadays, to
Hmm.
be honest.
No, it's just other content. Do you watch sort of like more movies, TV shows, or is it YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. doom scrolling. Not quite, but I only watch long form stuff. I don't watch any shorts or no TikTok, no Insta reels, nothing. But yeah, there's enough good stuff to watch on YouTube.
Probably why you're so good at crosswords. You're not looking at the short form stuff. You haven't rotted your brain.
Haven't quite got the brain right. Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, you said in previous interviews you enjoy the inclusive nature of the GeoGuessr community. Do you still feel that way? How do you feel like the community has changed in the past few years?
I think it's still inclusive. I don't know, the little bits that I do see, there's a lot of yes shaming, which I feel like wasn't there before, but maybe that's just the crew that I used to hang out with and the ones that are around now. But a lot of people I see play Jules. I would never play Jules on stream. It would just be full of, oh, Dan doesn't know Northeastern Tamaulipas telephone pole. And I would just rage out.
No, I fully agree with that. There's a reason I never streamed Jules. Really. Back in those days sort of time. But you do a lot of moving, or Random Wednesday, or Chat Guesser Mondays. Is it that community aspect still, though, that sort of gets you to play the game? Is that the playing along with others that you enjoy about the game?
Yeah, I think so. Playing with people and learning with people rather than being, adversarial. So, although it's nice to win a Chat Guesser round. But...
So is there a difference to you when it comes to people sort of saying, oh, Dan doesn't know this in a duel, to, oh, Dan doesn't know this when they're trying to direct you to a 5k in a moving game?
No, it's annoying both ways.
I just
yesterday. Yeah. I'm still thinking about it. It was 24 hours ago. I'm still annoyed.
Can you name who it was?
No, Cody, I'm pretty mad if I name it.
Oh, yes. No, but yeah. But also on the community aspect, there was a member of the community that was traveling Australia within the past year or so, that you went and met up with, or he went out of his way to come and see you, sort of thing.
To me, yeah.
What was your experience like there? Was that sort of a weird situation not in terms of the person, but like somebody you've known from online, but yeah,
a little strange.
Because
it was good though. He was just here for a day or two, and because I shipped him back on the bus back to Brisbane.
From sort of my perspective, and maybe some others who have been to the World Cups, World Championships, we've obviously met people from the community and stuff. Would that be the first person you've met from the GeoGuessr community in person, or?
There's an Australian streamer. She doesn't stream anymore. Her name is Obi-Wan Kenobi, if you remember her. She actually invited me to her wedding. So I went to her wedding, and I also met Steve-O, the Steve-O special. Apart from that, they're the only two I've met before.
Okay. Was the wedding good?
That was cool to see people in real life that I've only seen, through the internet.
And would you be encouraged to sort of go to further meetups if people invited you, or is it more of a? I think you've said that travel is an issue from where you're based.
It is the travel is an issue. I did go to Melbourne one time on a plane, and it was a couple of hours. But I got to meet Gonk and Juice and a few people down who are based around there.
Your mods.
I mean, one day I'll eventually make it to. Sorry, what was that?
Your mods for people who might not know.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I just assume. One day I'll make it to Europe, and I'm sure there'll be meetups somewhere. I'll meet some people.
I can't wait for the day. But I don't know. It's one of those ones where, like, I've always thought that if I was to travel, like New Zealand, Australia, that sort of area of the world, that I would be making a stop off in Brisbane, and maybe traveling off towards where you are, because I think I've just been around in your streams for so long that it just, I guess, it's just sort of like a part of my routine, my daily routine, where I'm like, even if I don't say anything, I stop off in downstream for a couple of minutes a day,
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
And I even said to my girlfriend yesterday, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a chat with Dan tomorrow," and she goes, "Oh, that's the guy who almost every day at 5:30 a.m. I get a notification that he's gone live on Twitch because I think she followed when you were watching that first World Cup. So I was like, it's I think if I were to go or something like, you've had an impact on so many people that like I think a lot of people would enjoy meeting you if you were to come to Europe, say, or if they were traveling Australia. So would you be open to
Or
for
maybe
that if
they'll have the
people?
World Cup
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Oki one time. They can all come to Oki. Yeah.
Oki World Cup down by
Yeah,
the
down the
stream.
RSL, we'll book it out. Fit 200 people in there probably.
I mean, I think there was similar numbers in the first World Cup. I think it's a bit bigger now, unfortunately.
Is it still called the World Cup, or they're not allowed to call
Oh,
it that?
sorry, World Championship.
Or
I have to
Championship,
go to
yeah. Still,
Toowoomba or Brisbane.
yeah, yeah.
You have also said a lot in streams and elsewhere that you are a big fan of volcanoes. You
Volcano.
even now have a volcano map.
Yep. Yep.
Was that just purely because of your love for volcanoes, or do you think it was a new, fresh map for someone else to put on your Random Wednesday wheel?
I mean, I always liked the volcanoes. There was a volcano map. I think it was by Sphere or someone,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a polygon map where they just
Oh.
drew a polygon around all the volcanoes, and then there was just everything in there. So you couldn't actually see any volcanoes. So I was like, oh well, for no moving for Chakesa, well, I'll find, or you can at least see the volcano. And it turned into, I think it's 2,500 or something in that map now. It's pretty big.
A lot of volcanoes or locations around volcanoes. But you also have other maps. You've got the
one or two.
longest road of every country.
Yes, that was a community collaborative effort. That one.
Mm-hmm.
The longest road of every country. That was based on another map that we used to play, which was the largest island of every country.
Oh yes,
and
controversial.
Every time it came up, there'd be some controversy, like, is Australia an island or not? Is what the biggest island in Finland is, 300 kilometers from the coast. There was so we thought we'd make one that was the longest road, and that's it seems all right.
And then you also have the Dan map, which, to those who wouldn't know, it's based on sound alerts in your channel, and every location in the Dan map is sort of related to those sound alerts. What came first? Look at all those chickens or the egg?
I think the egg must have come first, because then where do the chickens come?
True.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, and then where the egg come from? Oh, I don't know. Well, it's very confusing.
But no, were those sound alerts just a fun thing for you to be played beforehand, or did you have a plan for a map at all?
No, they were always just a fun thing beforehand, and then I'm pretty sure Steve came up with the idea of you should put these in a map.
Mm-hmm.
He's very clever.
Steve's a very clever man. Wish I could have met him in Munich when we went, but unfortunately illness struck at the wrong time.
I'm not lucky.
You also have other famous streams in the GeoGuessr community. The bingo streams, which you used to do sort of on and off, but now tends to be a guess and give special. What's your experience with guess and give and the bingo streams?
Well, at least we get two times a year, I guess. They're doing guess and give nowadays, where they raise money for Médecins Sans Frontières and OpenStreetMap project, I think. Is that right? It's just good to be part of that rolling, keep the raids going to each other and try to raise some money for charity. So more than happy to keep doing that one, for sure.
And I always watch you during those sort of bingo streams, and the amount of things, because I've also at the same time streamed my perspective on a different team, potentially for other people to look at. And the amount of things I'm doing on there to try and have the bingo board, to try and figure out what I'm looking at, to knowing what my stream's saying is ridiculous. And I'm not even the one organising it and putting people into teams and having all of that. How much effort are those streams, and is that why you only do it during Guess and Give now?
It's not too bad now because we got a pretty good system. I can roll it out in a couple of minutes to get a game going. It's a bit of in the Guess and Give, especially because they multi-stream it on the GeoGuessr channel. I have to have the two chats open, and then I'm doing the lives and I'm doing the free skips, and then there's 3 people on my team talking, and I trying to talk to the chat, and I can't hear what they say, and it is a bit. But we muddle through, and it's 3 hours of chaos.
It's always a good time, I think. Also, more moving gameplay. Something I enjoy. And if you're not the fastest, you've probably got someone on your team who really knows what they're doing. So
exactly.
Yeah. You've been streaming a while. I don't know if this is a question that you've thought about before, but has there ever been a time where you thought about potentially not streaming anymore, or has it always just been I like doing this, I'm going to continue doing this because these are my friends, basically?
Yeah, it's definitely more about just talking to the community. It's not, there's not an ego thing or anything. I could stop if I didn't get anything out of it, but I get the friendship and the conversations and catching up with everyone every day. It's good. I've stopped for like a week or 2 before, but then I kind of missed it and came back to it. So I think that sort of shows keep going.
So if you weren't to stream, say for a week, what was it? Was it just that sort of like a void that you needed filling elsewhere, or was it or did you? I don't know. I'm trying to ask here, to be honest with you.
The reason why?
The reason why, because obviously myself, and I have streamed in the past, and at times I really, really enjoyed it, and I would miss it if I stopped. And then there's been times, especially recently, where while I was streaming, it felt more of a chore. It felt like more of I need to go live because I have been going live for 3 times a week for the past month or 2.
Yep.
Is there any feelings sort of like that, or is it more just like, oh, this is part of my routine, this is something I enjoy doing, so I'm just going to continue doing it?
I think it's the latter. I think it's just a routine now for me. I don't have any anxiety about going live or anything. It's just something I do. And I don't feel bad if I have a day off. Like if I don't feel like it, I don't do it. Or like today, I didn't feel like streaming what we would normally stream, so I just stream something else.
Yeah.
And if 3 people show up and hang out for 2 hours, I don't care. It's whatever.
It's 3 more people than you would have spoken to, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to add here? I'm not sure. I think I've got through all of my questions and all of my topics that I had prepared.
No, not really. Just good to have a chat with you, and I've always enjoyed talking with you on streams and doing co-ops and stuff back in the day. I mean, I wish that was still a time, but unfortunately, the people I used to do co-ops with don't do them anymore, or the script's broken actually as well. So that's another thing.
Oh, true. I don't remember the last one I did. I think I did a Guatemalan co-op with Tiggy or something like that the last time. And I don't think I swore never to do another one, but people keep asking for them. So
yeah, I don't know. They seem to be popular. The Guatemalan ones, especially.
Oh yeah. But no. I won't keep you up any longer. But if anyone wants to check out Dan, aussiegolfer on Twitch. I'm sure there's a YouTube channel, but he doesn't upload on there anymore. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, just thanks for inviting me on, and I always watch all these. So make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. And that's all. That's it, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I could be a YouTuber.
Definitely.